welcome. Um, it's been quite some time since I recorded, and I just kicked my microphone. Alright, so today we're gonna be doing ideas. I just want to say as I adjust my chair that we have a Discord server, and we help people as often as we can in here. So if you have any issues, you can, you know, come in here and ask. I should probably get back to this one after the tutorial, which I will. But yeah, we have a Discord. We have 54 people. Some people in here know what to do, and they can also help if I'm not there, which is nice. So let's get into the video. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open Hearts of Iron 4. I'm on the latest update, by the way, so we'll go ahead and, and I'll also make a tutorial of how to update your mod without, because there's multiple ways to update it, but some of the ways just crash your game sometimes. So this takes a little bit to load. I've not loaded this in a while, so Alright, once you're here, you'll go to all installed mods. Click upload mod. There we go. Create mod. Idea mod. That's what we're going to call it. Version 1. And we're going to make this idea mod. Alternate history, you need to pick a tag. You can change it later. Created. Now we go to playsets. And I'm just going to remove these ones because we don't need them anymore. Add current playset. Add to current playset. Here's idea mods. Or idea mod. We're going to click show in folder. And now we have our mod. There is a lot in this mod, as you can see. Yeah, so the next thing we're gonna do is close these. I'm gonna go back to Steam. I'm gonna right click Hearts of Iron right here. I'm really checking my mouse. Yeah, okay. I've made that issue so many times. Right click Hearts of Iron, click Manage, and click Browse Local Files. This opens the main HOI4. Also, you won't see this. I have a thing turned on, so it's like if I click on something that is not a crash report, it shows me. I'm just too lazy to turn that off. But now we got both our files, which is good. That means we're making our idea. Alright, we're gonna just go ahead and make all the files ahead of time so I don't need to go through and leave out some things like localization, like in some tutorials I have on accident. So first file we need will be common. Make sure that it's spelled exactly how I do it, or it probably won't work. And in common we need, and we're just gonna follow in here, we need ideas. Where is it? Ideas right here. I'm just gonna copy the names because even if it's, I don't know, I just feel like I misspell even the most simplest names. Alright, and then the ideas, we're gonna grab one of these countries. The easiest one, of course, how I've learned to make ideas was from the Iron Workshop. His videos are a bit outdated, but not too much. So he's also a good source to look at. So I'm going to paste the USA. And I have this in Notepad, but I'm going to open this in Visual Studio Code. Paint.net, yes. Visual Studio Code. I recommend doing this, or I recommend doing some type of one that can highlight text, because if I erase this and I go all the way to the bottom, it'll show red because I'm missing one. Alright, we're gonna clean this up a tiny bit so it's not all like, So right here, Great Depression 2, we're just gonna click right here, we're gonna scroll all the way down, and we're gonna erase this third bracket. So you click shift and then you click to go right here and you click erase. Now, before you continue, you want to make sure this one, so clicking right here, links up with right here. And you want to make sure all these basically link up, which they do. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is, I want to, oh my, we'll come back to this in a bit actually, because I realized I did say I want to add all the files. So close that, make sure it's the modifications we did though. Alright, we'll just do it all here. So we're going to reopen USA. Well, let's rename it to, I don't know, new idea. Why not? New ideas. And then open with code. And I want to add in the allowed, I'm just going to remove no. Always no. And I'm going to add available. And I'm just making sure I spelled that right because my spelling sucks also. Add the brackets and then do cancel equals and then the brackets. So what this the available means who is it available to technically. So tag USA would be only to the USA, tag Ger would only be to Germany, you know. We're just gonna do the USA. I thought of doing a different one, but it's simple since it's already a USA thing. Cancel, and we'll come to available after. Sorry, this is loud. Cancel means like if civil war starts, it cancels. If country does not exist, it's a trigger that does not or that happens that prevents the idea from continuing. Available means something needs to exist. So if a country does not exist, you can do available. I'm not gonna mess with these two. Next is allowed civil war. So that means the country that does the civil war also gets it, I believe. And I don't really care for this, so you can change it to yes or no. I'm just gonna leave it. Removal cost, you don't need this. I'm just gonna leave it though because, you know, it's here. Modifier. So how the modifier works is if we look at like local resource factor, how it says 0.2, negative 0.2, that means it's actually, I don't know how to do comments, that means it's 20% because 2 is like 10, right? So that's 20%. This would be 50%. I don't remember what the extra 0 means though. I think that's just the same thing. I'm just gonna do local resource because that's the one that will really pop up, and we might add one later if I am not lazy. So we're gonna do 0. I don't know, like what number? 4, just a little different. And so technically our thing's finished, but now we need a name. So I'm just gonna do idea underscore name. So creative. We'll come back to picture after, but not yet. So we're gonna close this finally. Alright. Now we're gonna go back to idea mod or whatever your mod's called, the main folder. We're gonna make a new folder called GFX. Alright, in GFX we're gonna go there on this also. And we're gonna grab interface. So right here. And I'm just gonna copy the name and make new interface. And in interface we're gonna grab ideas. Again, I'm just gonna copy the name so I don't have any typos. It's much safer this way, even if you know you can spell it correctly. You don't want capitals either. Those typically don't work. And an interface, we're just gonna grab the Great Depression if we could find it. We could search it. So right here, but we're gonna, what one do we grab? This one. So we're gonna copy and paste, and I'm gonna rename it to New Ideas Icon, or New Ideas, like this. Alright, next go back to your main area of your mod. We're gonna make another folder, call this one Interface. Make sure it's spelt correctly also. You don't, again, no typos. And we're gonna do the same here. We're gonna go to the main mod area, not the GFX one, because that also has an interface folder. Go to interface, and in interface we're gonna grab, I'm just gonna do the easiest, which is ideas GFX, and I'm gonna put it in interface, and I'm gonna open this with Visual Studio Code again. Now we don't need all of this, so we want to keep sprite types at the very top and the first one. So we're going to do the same thing, click right under that, scroll all the way down, and shift click right here, and then make sure all these link, if not it won't work. Alright, and while we're still on this, we need to go back to our GFX interface ideas, new ideas name. Alright, so it's very important that you keep a few things in here. You need to keep GFX underscore ideas, right? But we set this to whatever our name's gonna be, so I'm just gonna, I think it's, what did I have it? So traits underscore strip is gonna be renamed to idea name. Alright, and our texture file we'll put from idea. So new idea we're gonna grab and replace idea traits strip to new idea.dds. It has to be DDS, and we're gonna remove no of frames, number of frames. And basically this is if you have multiple ones, but we don't, we only have one, so it'll cause errors if you don't remove it and all that. So remove that. Alright, make sure again, GFX idea names is set like this. Alright, now we're going to go back to our mod, go to ideas, and we're going to go to common, ideas, new idea. I'm going to open that in visual again, just to be safe. And in here, the picture, we're just going to paste what we have. Oops, I just accidentally copied it. So you're going to paste the name of in here, but we're going to remove GFX underscore idea, like that. So idea name, picture equal idea name. Now, if you've loaded HOI4 by now, your idea is in the game, but you won't see it. And to do that, to fix this, we're gonna go make a histories folder in the main area, history. We're gonna make a countries, and we're gonna go steal the code from the original game. HOI4, history, countries, USA. We're gonna put it in here. Then we're gonna open this again. I'm doing Visual Studio Code, and in here I'm gonna close these two. We're gonna search for ideas I want to find them all in like a group that's in the same area. Like these ones are all like DLC, so right here, add idea. And now I need to actually go grab the thing that I deleted. So we're gonna grab idea underscore name. We're gonna put it right here at the top, because why not? You can also put it at the bottom, doesn't matter. This is 1930, I just realized. So that means like if you start the game, it'll be at 1939. To not do that, here in right above 1939, you can just paste it. I'll put it at the bottom. So idea name will appear here in apparently 1939 now, but that's fine. Alright. So now close this and we load our game. I don't know if my debug mode's open. I was muted. But you'll notice that there's a whole bunch of question marks, and we'll fix that. I make mistakes, so we'll fix these in a second. But our idea is right here. So our idea is in the game now, in the cost of all the other ones. But we'll fix that. And we'll also fix it where it says underscore. So we're gonna exit game. So if I remember correctly, the reason why our images aren't shown is because we deleted everything in the interface ideas. So all you want to do is I accidentally just paused it. Just new underscore ideas. Right there. Interface new underscore ideas. So that'll fix it. Everything should appear now. Now, to add the name, we need a localization file. This file, people have the most mistakes, I feel like. So what you want to do is go to the main game file, go down to localization, copy the name. Don't just try to type it, because if you type it wrong, it won't appear. Gonna copy the name and make a new folder and name it the exact same thing. We're gonna open this new folder, and here's a part that's outdated for most older tutorials. They don't have this in the base game files. We're gonna copy English, make that a folder, open that, and in English you can grab any of these. Abilities is probably the easiest because it doesn't have all these names and it's at the top. So I'm going to grab abilities, and once you're here, we're going to open this in Visual Studio Code, and we don't need all of this. We're going to keep the first one so we know what to type, but you can delete everything else. Make sure you also keep 1 underscore English. Alright, so for our thing, we need to go grab whatever our idea was, which is idea name or something. And we're going to paste idea name, the 2 dots, 0, you need 0, space, quotation marks, and then the idea's name. So idea name, there we go. Now you can also do a description. To do a description, you do idea underscore name underscore desk, 2 dots, 0, and then you do a description. And we could delete this top one. Alright, now that we have this, we're going to go back to this folder. We're going to close this. And we're gonna go back to localization and rename this to new underscore ideas underscore L English. You need this or one up here. Alright. Final thing we're gonna do is actually modify this image real fast. Is it gonna open in Paint? Yep. So I'm gonna open this in Paint.net. To get Paint.net, please look at a tutorial. Their site, it's free, okay? And their site thing is all over the place to get to. You have to go to getpaint.net and don't click some random download. That would probably be a virus. So watch a tutorial of how to do it so it's safe. Do I not have Paint.net? There we go. But you can either get it on the Microsoft Store or on the website, which is free on the website. So in here, we're just gonna change it so you can see a difference. Here we go. Yep. There we go. And I'm just gonna save it how it is. So Control S and just save it how it is. And now if we launch our game, once it opens, I always launch it through the launcher just in case. Click play. And your game should launch. Alright. Once you're here, click single player, new 1936. And you'll see all the ideas have their images again because the file name we changed. Select country, and our idea is right here. So now, that's how you add an idea. And also, I've removed a country on accident earlier, like months ago. I just haven't fixed that, so I will later. But that's a me issue, not a your guys's. So our idea's here. Yeah, that's about it. I think for like doing it through how to make an idea appear from national focuses and all that, I'm probably gonna do that in a separate video because I don't want this video to get too long. I want to try to keep it simple for you guys. I hope this helped. I'm sorry for the long upload. If you have any other questions, you're in the Discord. If you need help installing Paint.net or Visual Studio Code, you can also ask me through the Discord. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye.